Brilliance Audio presents The Companion by Kim Taylor Blakemore, performed by Ann Eder. Count the bodies. 1, 2, 3 if we count Mary Dawson. 4 if we count my Ned, who breathed and suckled 3 days and nights before succumbing to the ague. All blamed on me. It is cold here, the last of winter. Wednesday, I think. Matron has brought another blanket, but not lit the stove. Fingers of cold claw my collar. The mist cuts my lungs. Knives of ice. Mary Dawson died in winter. Maybe Mary should be blamed. She was found face down in a frozen brook on her way home from the Burtons, after finishing the laundry and washing up. The men chipped her out of the ice, carried her like a board on their shoulders, her overcoat and skirts frozen in the patterns of the water's ripples and flows. It was to be her last day at the great house. She had been promised to Thomas Rogers in Peterborough. He was a cooper, though that has no bearing on her unhappy death. I've heard she was a fine character. She gave her wages to her family and was deemed good-natured. People called her sweet and helpful and cheerful. Drop those words in a pot and stir, and they might congeal into the word thick. Cook called me rude when I said that, though she did not deny it. Mary Dawson was nothing to me then, but a story. She was dead, and the Burtons required a maid. It was deep winter. The snow banked against the trunks and limbs of bare trees. It cracked under my boots, clicked and rattled in my hair. It rested in the seams of brick on the great house before me. The oil lamps flanking the wide stone staircase hissed and fluttered. They lit nothing, their glow meek in the purpling afternoon light. The curtains were closed on the tall windows, and the only sign of life came orange and warm through the thin slits of fabric. I was not meant to call there. I was meant for the back entrance. I weaved around the carriages waiting in the drive between the stable and the house. Steam lifted from the feed bags twined round the horse's nostrils. I pressed into the shoulder and neck of a chestnut mare, thankful for the warmth, wondering if I would make the last steps. The door to Josiah Burton's kitchen was thick. I could not coax the glove from my frozen fingers, my knock a dull thump against the wood. There was a squeal of metal, a lock tumbled, a door opening. The fat hand of the woman holding the candle connected to a round shoulder. Her jowls swung in disapproval, and her skin was gray from winter, red from kitchen heat. Colorless eyes ticked. I could tell she didn't like my features. Steam floated off her as her stove-warmed body met the February air.